Hey everyone, and welcome back to Timeless. It's been a while since I've run it back with just the normal Boros variant that we started it all with, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a chance. It's the last day of the season. I think the season ends in a couple of hours, and we're ranked number 11 right now. So let's see if we can finish out the season top 10. I haven't made very many changes to this list at all because I think it's very refined. Only a few things changed. One, I added an Arena of Glory to the mana base. I just didn't have it before, and this is an absolutely fantastic card alongside Flage. Just something I missed earlier in the season. And then we tweaked the sideboard a little bit. We added an extra copy of Deafening Silence because unfair matchups are very poor for us, so we're going to want as many copies of our sideboard cards as possible. And then we have one Sun Cleanser for the mirror. I used to have some extra Static Prisons in the sideboard, but I find having all 4 copies of Static Prison can often be really taxing on your energy consumption. I'd rather have cards like Swords to Plowshares if I want extra exile removal. And that's about it. We're just going to run it back with the same deck as before. If you want a bit more info on the deck, you can watch some of the older videos. All right. We are on the draw against Fizzler. We have a very cool opening hand. I think we'll go ahead and keep this. I'm not sure what they're keeping in the blind. I'm seeing 65%. I have some questions. I'm going to keep them to myself. Oh, it's this deck. Yeah. I do not know if this card is what you want to be doing in Timeless, but hey, if you want to have some fun, have some fun. I'm not going to hate on it. It seems pretty cool to try to put Tron together. So we're just going to go ahead and try to goldfish them. If this construction drone hits the battlefield, am I supposed to shoot this? Like, what does this even do? When it dies, seek one of them? I probably am supposed to shoot it, right? Whenever it enters the battlefield, yeah, it doesn't do anything on it. No, it does do anything on attack. It does seek on attack, so yeah, I think I'm supposed to shoot that. Kind of a weird card, but 1, 2, 3. So they seek one of their Urza's lands, which is doing nothing on its own. It's just going to be a land that taps or colorless. I like that attack, then they could have seeked a couple and then maybe put Tron together. Let's get our energy thing going. Next turn, we can go ahead and play 3 creatures, make a bunch of energy, fly in some stuff. Ooh, we can play the Amped Raptor. Yeah, I'm interested in this. I'm going to decline here. I don't think we need to remove this Kami. It is very much just a card. And then we're going to grab a Shockland, play our Funny Monkey, and go to combat. Technically, maybe should play this after combat, but it does not matter at all. I don't have any other relevant game actions to take. Our opponent does appear to have something, but I'm assuming it's like a Once Upon a Time or some other goofy card. Maybe it's the new Kozilek's command. Ah, called it. Alright, that's fine. I'll go ahead and fly in this kitty cat. Actually, I had a free attack with Guide of Souls as well. These are 0-1s. Right, ooh. Yeah, I saw someone else using this. This is the one, like, Ravnica Bounce Land equivalent on Arena, which is pretty cool. Alright, so what do we want to do here? I think what we could do is we can play Flageroni. We can get rid of their Reach Blocker, and then we just get in the air. I think that's probably the best way for us to goldfish them, probably faster than playing an Ajani. It's like, we're not going to be able to flip Ajani before they're dead, probably. Just need to hope that they can't cast an Eldrazi or something too funny next turn. So let's go ahead and pump our energy into making a Flying Monkey. Those looks command. Okay. That does not tap for colorless, right? No, it does not. Cool. Do I now want to take out this Myco spawn? Doesn't do anything now that it's in play. I want to save this in case they do put out something really funny, like a big, stupid, beefy blocker. Yeah, or that thing. Hexproof from each color, huh? Interesting. Annihilator, too. Oh my god. That's a card. That is a card. We could flip our Johnny with it if we tried hard. Yeah, let's start by playing in a Johnny.
Where shall we hunt today?
Alright, now we have 3 energy. Means that we can fly another creature. 1, 2, 3. We're now going to make Raptor Jesus. We're going to do 11 damage to our opponent. This does have a little bit of annihilation going on, but I think we have enough permanents to sack. We're just going to sack our Ragavan treasures, probably. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll grab a Surveil Land on end step. I might sack a kitty cat, too. Though I probably want this kitty cat to block with. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Annihilator 4? Yeah, but that's all they have, right? I think it's fine. Okay, I sacrificed 2 treasures. Yeah, okay. I mean, opponent's having fun. They're trying to brew up their cute little Eldrazi deck last day of the season. Excuse me. I don't blame them. They're having fun. I think the Blood Moons do make sense if they're going to try to conjure some Urza's lands. They're going to try to do Arid Archway nonsense. They can tutor specific lands. I think it's good enough. I think we want the Swords to Plowshares as well. We're going to be on the draw. I think Flage is going to be a little bit slow for this matchup. And Monkeys come out on the draw. Is Bolt good enough for the matchup? Bolt doesn't have too many targets. It's really huge things that they're cheating into play. So they're cheating in things that have hexproof from each color and some other fun stuff. So we probably still want the Bolts. Just cut the funny Monkeys on the draw, as we often do. We have to be really careful with our Amp Raptor, because I think we have 9 3-drops in the deck right now. Oh no, we cut some Flages. It's at 7. Still slightly more than usual. The Blood Moon, of course. We keep this. Alright, let's see how our opponent deals with a turn 3 Blood Moon. Alright, let's go ahead and get an Ocelot Pride out there. Go ahead and get a basic for Blood Moon considerations. And next turn we'll just play the Amped Raptors. Tiny chance that we miss on it, but I'll take those odds. We have like truly nothing else to do. It's fine to just put the beater down. Our opponent does have access to 4 mana, technically. Also playing Bonder's Enclave, which is a fun one. I haven't seen it in a while, but it could be a source of card advantage in their deck. Alright, our opponent passed their turn after not doing too much, so we're going to go ahead and play a basic, and then play the Amped Raptor like we said. Could hit a 3-drop here, it could not be good for us, but I would like to just get the pressure on as much as possible before I go ahead and slam this Blood Moon into play. And perhaps our opponent DC'd. Last day of the season, maybe some people are just a little tired. A little tired of energy when they're just trying to brew their cute little Tron deck. Oh no, here we go. Oh, there we go. That's the 3-drop I talked about. Good old punish. But I've seen some people talk on Discord about like this idea for a deck and playing that 3-drop that tutors the Tron lands. It's way too slow for Timeless, in my opinion. But, you know, ideas are always fun to entertain. You have to keep an open mind when you're trying to brew new decks in a format, trying to solve the meta. Because sometimes the solution is something that you wouldn't anticipate. You know, like I always like to say that Modern Hammer Time, which we know was a tier 1 deck for years, was literally a Saffron Olive against the odds brew one day. Like it was a meme deck. It was a joke. Okay, Chalice on 2. I don't care. I also did not ask opponent. I will be slamming a Blood Moon instead, and then I will be accepting a concession whenever you want to give it to me. I don't know if they're going to concede to that. They have a lot of mana in play, including colorless off the Snow Eldrazi Waste over here. Alright, let's go ahead, go to combat. Smack, smack. Smack, smack. And then City's Blessing is here. Let's make a bunch of kitty cats. So they could have... I don't know if there's an All Is Dust style card in this format. That's not it. Always think about your opponent's outs. No, you can have that card. There's a card I also haven't seen in a minute. Colorless Ramp, while it technically draws you cards, gums up the board, can be a removal spell. Pretty cool. Alright, we're going to be on the play against a Last Breath. We have a monkey on the play. I keep the hand. It's that simple, boys. We're just going to go Sacred Foundry into monkey. There's no reason to really fetch a basic right now. And our opponent is an unknown deck, but it's hard to argue with Ragavan on the play. Alright, Deathrite Shaman coming out. Let's go ahead and bolt that out of the way. Our opponent's deck could have a lot of useful goodies for us. Let's see what's in there. I'd love a Deathrite Shaman, personally. Unfortunately, nothing. So the question is, do you want to put the Unstable Amulet? Do you want to put the Amped Raptor? I think playing an Amulet is actually, like, totally fine right now. I'm gonna play it. Just so that we have 4 energy for Raptor next turn, and then if Raptor doesn't hit, or if we still have extra mana, we could tap Amulet next turn. Ooh, Marionette Apprentice, nice. So that'll make some blockers for my Ragavan, unfortunately. Alright, I like what they got going on so far. Some cool stuff. I was playing with Marionette Apprentice in Chthonian Nightmare Shells a little bit. The card impressed me a lot. There's a Johnny. The usual suspects are coming through. I'm gonna go ahead and tap this Amulet. Aha, a removal spell. Cool. I will just go ahead and grab a Surveil Land, though. There's nothing that we need to remove right now. And I'm not interested in trading my Funny Monkey for a little 1/1 token. See what my opponent is cooking, because it could be something good. Maybe it's like that Orange Soul Trader combo. Or it could just be Yawgmoth, yeah. Yawgmoth is good against my deck. A mid-range deck with a combo finish will usually beat out the aggro deck. Let's go ahead and see what they hit, if anything. After this trigger, we're going to go ahead and Surveil. They can't hit a Yawgmoth, but they could hit a 3-drop here, which looks like that's what they're going to get. Oh, they got a Bowmaster. Shoot my Funny Monkey, probably. Or the Raptor, sure. I'm going to go ahead and Surveil. Windswept Teeth, we do not need a 5th land drop. Oh, Guide of Soul is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and start by playing... how do I want to sequence this? We need 3 energy for the Raptor, so we can just accomplish this by Guide of Souls into Raptor, and then we can Static Prison after combat if necessary. Oh, a kitty cat. That's big. And now we can go ahead and play the Static Prison, get rid of that Birthing Ritual, which I think is the main card that can keep our opponent in the game. And then we can do something really funny. How about a flying Funny Monkey? Aha. Oh, Innkeeper. We don't quite need it, but we're going to go to our end step here. Ocelot Pride's going to make us a copy of our treasure token, which is always fun. Oh, this is good stuff. Alright, another Birthing Ritual has hit the battlefield. But we have a pretty crazy board state. And we're ahead on life by a lot, so it'll be pretty tough for a Yawgmoth deck to get back from here. I want to activate my amulet after this. Pretty sure the game gives me priority without a stop. I'm just paranoid. We'll see whether or not they activate here. They are going to get rid of that Bowmasters. And get another one? Sure, they probably shoot my little kitty cat. Oh, they shoot the Amped Raptor. Okay. Well, if they shot my kitty cat, Johnny would flip, right? Let's go ahead and draw a card. Ooh, Flageroni. So now we could just kill them by shooting them with Flageroni, right? Yeah. Goodbye, opponent. So Yawg is a deck that is like quite good against us, to be honest. So we're going to want the Needle for the Yawg. We're going to want the extra Exile removal, of course. And I don't think we need the Unlicensed Hearses. Unfortunately, it is the Funny Monkey, yet again, who gets to get cut when we're on the draw. Especially against a deck that's just going to spam little 1/1 tokens. Would I want to Blood Moon them? Probably not. Maybe when we're on the play, but probably not. I think I'd rather just have Ragavans on the play than have Blood Moons. I think we run it back like this. I could have maybe also cut a Fable in the Mirror Breaker, just because we want to be as fast as possible when we're playing against the mid-range combo deck. Okay, bit of a long sideboarding pause for our opponent. We are going to be going second. We have a sideboard card. We have 2 1-drops that work fantastically together. I'm so happy to keep this. And we also have Galvanic Discharge for answering like a turn 1 Deathrite Shaman. So if they play a Deathrite Shaman or such, we're going to shoot it, and then turn 2, we're going to put these 1-drops together. If they don't, I'm still inclined to want to play these together on the same turn. So I might Needle turn 1. They went ahead and played the Halfling, so let's go ahead and fetch a dual land. And I'll go ahead and shoot it. Drawing another discharge is awesome. Oh, what? Okay, sure, whatever. Guys, don't play Magic like this. It worked out for my opponent, I'm very happy, but don't sideboard in... Well, they sideboarded in Surgical for Flage, I guess. But honestly, when you're on the combo deck, I don't think you need to be fighting against Flage. I also don't know what Blobble's for. Maybe they saw my videos and they thought I was on the Elementals version of the Boros. That would make a little bit of sense. I don't know why they brought in Blobble against me. Do I have free spells? I guess Amped Raptor gets me a free spell, but that's only 1 card in my deck. Right? Wait, you know, look at my deck list. What does this actually hate on, other than Amped Raptor? Nothing? Okay. Maybe they assumed I was on Fury. Maybe they'd seen me playing Fury before. I said, I don't want Fury Solitude ruining my day. I can always just craft this to cycle. Oh, Curse Marauder? Oh, dang it. Which one do I want to keep then? What's going to snowball harder? I think Guide of Souls, right? That's actually pretty marginal. I think Ocelot Pride can keep cooking by itself, so we're going to keep the Ocelot Pride up. I drew the Raptor. Oh, I'm mad. It's... I'm mad because I don't think that was good sideboarding, and it worked out. Both the Surgical play and this one are working out. Ugh. Maybe I'm the one who needs to learn to play Magic, guys. Maybe I'm the old man who's behind on his technology. Alright. Let's go ahead and Needle Yawg. Yawgmoth. Grand Physician. And then, just so that we can keep being on the beatdown, I'm going to go ahead and Static Prison this Yawgmoth out of the way. And we are going to get beating. We have plenty of energy to pay for the Static Prison. If we didn't have leftover energy from Guide of Souls, I would not have played that. We're going to go ahead and Surveil here. So I'm happy with pretty much any draw. 5th land for Gigantha is like acceptable on this board state. Yep, there's Chthonian. So now they can like loop their Accursed Marauder, which would be a little annoying, but like really not game ending at all. Probably what they're gonna do, right? Are they gonna get a blocker? Eh? I don't think they have the luxury of too many choices. Okay, yeah, they're gonna take out the Ocelot Pride. That's fine, we're still on the beatdown, they're at 10. Can you please, like, crack this bauble so I can play my Raptor and not feel like a dumbass? Thanks. My god. Please, opponent, draw a card, bro. I want to draw that, even? It dies to a Stiff Breeze. I think there's better cards in my deck. I'd rather draw land and play Gigantha, to be honest. Okay, whatever. I guess I get to keep this card. Now, question for the home team. Am I playing Amped Raptor anyway? No, because I know they're going to crack the Bauble this turn and draw a card, because they're being beat down and there's lethal on board. Because I have faith that my opponent will do the right thing and crack that Bauble and draw, right? Right, opponent? You know to do that? Help me. There's an Innkeeper, okay? They're gonna do the same. You're just gonna go to 1. They're gonna curse Marauder my kitty cat again. I mean, sure, man. Yeah, I don't know if that's a winning play from our opponent. I'm going to pay my energy. I'm gonna attack my opponent, get them to 1, and I'm gonna play the greatest piece of cardboard design ever played, Gigantha, the Wellspring. This amazing card design has brought wonders to the Magic the Gathering formats that it's been legal in. And, you know, it makes me happy as a little Timmy to get to play a 5/5 with no relevant abilities in my decks, just because. Alright, we're top 10. Oh my god. I'm losing brain cells, guys. Alright. Game against Inches. We are top 10, so this is probably going to be the last game of the video if we win it. We're going to be on the play with a funny monkey hand. I think one more game would be enough to insulate me, because I already went from like 10 to 11 to 10, so I'm kind of bouncing right on the edge of being rank 10. Hopefully we can get that top 10 finish in for the season. All right, let's get in there. Let's see what our opponent's playing. Ooh, I love Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, so let's go ahead and play an Unstable Amulet first. And then we'll go ahead and play this Deathrite Shaman from exile. Just for the 1 damage pick. Card. So now we have Mana Ramp available to us. We technically, through Ragavan Treasures, have the other abilities, but don't count on it. Wonder what our opponent's on. It could be like the Funny Sorin deck. Could be a lot of things. Could just be like Fair Jund. Alright, there goes our funny monkey. What a funny little guy. Alright, Lightning Bolt, you got it. Oh, let's see, what do we want to do here? Do we want to play a second amulet? I'm going to play my Henge here, actually. And then we probably play the second amulet. We see what's under the amulet. And if there is nothing under it, we're probably just bolting. Oh, another funny monkey! What a funny little guy. We still have bolts up off of Deathrite Shaman. Dude, with these amulet triggers, I might be bolting my opponent. I'm gonna think about it. But hey, they go to 10 next time I cast something out of exile. Unfortunately, we don't have too many ways to generate energy. We technically have Discharge, shoot Bowmasters, get a tiny bit more energy. Another Bowmasters. Another victim, as they say. I think we just take the damage here. Maybe Bolt you territory. I think what I'm actually going to do first is I'm going to discharge one of these Bowmasters. It's going to get me 2 more energy. And then we can tap our amulet again. Get a bit more of an informed decision. Okay. So this amulet here, you see how it highlights my Bolton yellow-orange over there? This one's got the bolts. We want to tap the other one. Okay, ooh, Fable. That's a good one. Let's go ahead and fetch. We need to put an extra fetch land in the graveyard so that we can actually activate our Deathrite Shaman ability. That's 2 Fable triggers right there. Gain a life, gain an energy. Very nice. Now we can discard this extra Flooded Strand to our Fable next turn. We are firmly in control of this game. I'm just a little worried that our opponent does have something unfair in their deck, like a Sorin combo, that could maybe threaten us. Amp Trapper. No, it looks like it's just good old Jund. They're just being honest today. Yeah, Thoughtseize. Sure. Do I nice? Do I BM them? That's a -2 with me having a Lightning Bolt in exile. That's not great. Oh, a Bolt of their own. Okay, so now they can take out Guide of Souls with that. Yep, that's 100% the correct play to shoot the Guide. That card's so bullshit. It's so good. And I still am... I'm going to trade here. Just because this thing can't attack because of all these first strike blockers. I think I'm still a Bolt U believer. I believe that Bolt U is correct when they're at 7 and this Bolt deals 5. If only we saw a Guide of Souls to make more energy. Oh, discard 2 lands, it's good. Oh, I love value. Oh, right. Bowmasters. Do you or a loved one suffer from Bowmaster blindness? Fine. Deathrite Shaman, he lived to the end of his life of usefulness.
Nothing can break our bond.
Yeah, right. Looking pretty good. Our opponent's at 2, so if we manage to cast a spell from exile, we do win the game on the spot. We have a couple ways to do that. Uh-oh, Jarsel. That's a strong one. Jarsel will get back a Deathrite. Or Thoughtseize take my Giganta. Thoughtseize would kill them. It would be very funny if they did that. Instead, they will shoot the Ajani. That's understandable. And they're going to get in here. I think I am probably interested in the trade-off. Right. Any way to cast from exile off the top of the deck would be appreciated. You could also dig for that with a Henge. Although I'm most interested in just playing some blockers, not dying, and then we can do that next turn. Alright. Here's the Bowmasters. Yep, ping me, makes sense. I don't know if they're gonna get attacking here necessarily. Ooh, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? I'm gonna let the 1 damage through. I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe they have a 4 damage removal spell for the Jags. They could be playing, what's it called, Molten Impact? Some card like that. Molten Impact is a little alchemy card that actually is like super underrated and timeless, in my opinion. Like, my deck could totally be playing it. I've seen some other people play it. Ooh, an amulet? Is that perhaps a way to cast from exile? Just don't hit a land in exile, please. Alright, this is lethal if we don't hit a land. Okay, nice. Okay, against the Jund. Do have some basics. I do love the idea of slamming Blood Moon, but Jund is a deck that will contort itself to play Blood Moon, so it's probably not the wisest idea. I like the Hearse against this Jarsel deck. I like having a Swords to Plowshares as well. And I guess the last card can be a Funny Monkey. I don't have too many sideboard cards for fair fair matchups like this because I lean on Flage. 4 copies of Flage is how you win, or at least in my opinion, it's how you do it. Okay, opponent is going first, but we have a cool density of 1-drops. Enough density that probably one of them can crash through. I'm not in love with this hand, but it's probably good enough to keep. We also have a sideboard card. And if our opponent has a hand with 6 removal spells, and they just remove all of our stuff, then the game is slow enough for us to top deck our way out of this. Right, good old Deathrite Shaman, we are going to get rid of him immediately. That is a card that will very much snowball out of control. And then next turn I might just play Hearse and just like ignore the 1-drops for a little bit, because I don't want them to curve into Jarsoul and just get that Deathrite Shaman back. Them curving into Jarsoul is how I lose the game. Oh, we can also use our Hearse to counterspell, quote unquote, the Deathrite Shaman activations, which is very nice. For example, if they go to exile a land here to add some mana. Oh, big ol' Goyf. Yeah. If they went to exile a land, we could just like exile the land in response, and then they don't get to add the mana. Deathrite Shaman is not a mana ability. You can activate it, or you can activate in response to it. You could screw it up. Click, click. Our opponent will be fetching a Bloodstained Mire. Maybe they have a little artifact removal spell here. Nope, they're just going to activate their Deathrite Shaman when it's safe. That's fine. That is cool with me. I think we're just going to play 2 1-drops here. Yeah, if I had Flage mana, I would take out one of their threats while I had the chance. I was thinking about which one, and I'm really not sure. We should hopefully have this Goyf on lockdown and keep him nice and small. A small little boy. Okay, yep. Boatmasters is going to come through. There's the 2/3 Goyf. If our opponent goes to attacks here, what we can do, oof, mistake, is to crew up the Hearse. Hopefully they don't have creature removal for our Hearse. That'll be a little awkward. Crew up the Hearse, and then what we could do is exile their lands from their graveyard. Which shrink the Goyf and grow the Hearse, and then it's a nice free block. If they have a Fatal Push here, then we do get a bit punished. Thinking about how to respond. Sure, they can make my Hearse a little bit smaller. And then go for the throat my Monkey Boy. That's fine, but I still get to eat the Tarmogoyf, which was the goal all along. And now we can go ahead and Flage down the Deathrite Shaman. Or we could play Unstable Amulet and then Ocelot Pride. We have this Deathrite Shaman under control with the Hearse, right? So I think we could take our time with the Amulet here. I don't think our life total is under too much pressure. We can take our time. Alright, a Johnny, sure. Play a kitty cat. Pass the turn. Hopefully just going to give us a nice free kitty cat trigger, which is cool. Assuming the kitty cat lives. Can't assume too many things when you're playing Timeless. Interesting. They might have a way to reanimate this. Well, we have Hearse covered if they want to try to reanimate that, so I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with that attack. If they attack just with this, I would assume they have another Bowmasters. Go ahead, sure. Okay, and we'll go ahead and exile those creatures from your bin. You can activate Shaman to gain a little life. I don't care. You're gonna have to shock fetch to like get this life anyway, so I don't know. I don't get it. I guess they're just trying to keep my Hearse under control, but I don't know. Alright, cool. What I would like to do here is probably just kill this Goyf with my Hearse. Oh, I also want to kill Shaman. What's better to kill? Yeah, probably the Shaman. A bit on the fence whether it's better to kill Goyf or Shaman. We could shrink the Goyf and then Helix it, but this Shaman is just getting annoying even though we have it on lockdown. They can start exiling like our own graveyard, which would hurt our plan of escaping Flage. So let's keep that under wraps. There's the Amp Raptor. Let's see what they hit. Another shaman. Oof. Right. Interesting. Do I put them on a removal spell for the last card? Priority is passing as if they don't have one, so yeah, I think it's just another misplay by them, and they'll concede. That there I was able to read the arena client, and I said there was no pause at start of combat. They clearly don't have a fatal push or a removal spell, and that's number 9. We did it. Look. Well, let's move the soy jack so it's in the better position. One sec. Rank 9. All right, cool. So that means we probably get a top 10 finish this season. Nice. All right, that'll make it a video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the last rush of Boros for the end of the season. Usually it says like season ends in few hours or whatever. Maybe it ends tomorrow and I'm wrong. But still, hey, single digits, can't be mad about it. Thanks for watching, boys.